Welcome to The Whispering Pines of Cedarwood, a tranquil tale designed to gently guide you into a peaceful slumber. If you find this audiobook relaxing and beneficial for sleep, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel for more calming content. Before we begin Elmara's journey into serenity, we'll start with a brief breathing exercise to help you relax and prepare for a restful night. If you prefer to dive straight into the story, you can find the timestamps for each chapter in the description below. This audiobook follows Elmara as she seeks solace in a secluded cabin nestled amongst whispering pines. Through simple daily rituals like tending her herb garden, weaving on her loom, reading poetry, baking, and enjoying the quiet moments of twilight, Elmara rediscovers inner peace and the restorative power of nature. The story emphasizes sensory details, gentle rhythms, and the beauty of the everyday, creating a calming atmosphere perfect for relaxation and sleep. Now, let's take a moment to settle into a comfortable position. Allow your body to sink into your bed, feeling fully supported by the surface beneath you. Adjust your pillows and blankets as needed, creating a cozy and inviting space for rest. Close your eyes gently and let your breath flow naturally. Inhale deeply through your nose, feeling the cool air fill your lungs. Hold for a moment, then exhale slowly and completely through your mouth, releasing any tension or stress you may be holding. Continue to breathe deeply and evenly, focusing on the gentle rise and fall of your chest. With each inhale, imagine drawing in peace and tranquility. With each exhale, release any worries or anxieties that may be lingering. If your mind wanders, gently guide it back to your breath. Chapter 1. Morning Light in the Herb Garden. Elmara experiences the gentle arrival of dawn, a soft light filtering through the linen curtains of her bedroom window. She feels the warmth of the sun kiss her skin, a comforting sensation that invites her to greet the new day. Slowly, she stretches her limbs, feeling the gentle pull in her muscles, a reminder of the restful sleep she's just enjoyed. She moves with an unhurried grace, savoring the stillness of the morning. The air is filled with the soft scent of lavender, drifting in from the herb garden just outside her window. It's a familiar fragrance, one that evokes a sense of peace and tranquility. Elmara inhales deeply, letting the aroma fill her lungs, a gentle reminder of the simple joys that await her. She feels a sense of gratitude for this quiet moment, a pause before the day unfolds. Elmara moves towards the window, drawn by the soft light and the promise of the garden. As she parts the curtains, the morning light spills into the room, illuminating the cozy space with a warm, golden glow. She gazes out at the herb garden, a vibrant tapestry of greens and purples, bathed in the morning sun. Dewdrops cling to the leaves, shimmering like tiny jewels. Elmara feels a sense of anticipation as she makes her way downstairs, her bare feet sinking into the soft rug. The wooden stairs creak gently beneath her weight, a familiar sound that evokes a sense of the comfort and belonging. She experiences the house waking up around her, the gentle hum of the refrigerator, the soft ticking of the grandfather clock in the hall. She enters the kitchen, a space filled with the warm aroma of freshly baked bread. Sunlight streams through the window, illuminating the wooden countertops and the colorful ceramic mugs hanging on the wall. Elmara feels a sense of contentment wash over her as she takes in the familiar scene. Elmara moves through the simple ritual of preparing her morning tea, the rhythmic clinking of the teacup against the saucer, a soothing melody. She warms the milk on the stove, watching the steam curl upwards, a gentle dance in the morning light. The gentle bubbling of the water in the kettle creates a soft, rhythmic backdrop. With her tea in hand, Elmara steps out into the herb garden. The morning air is cool and crisp against her skin, a refreshing contrast to the warmth of the sun. She inhales deeply, savoring the mingled scents of lavender, rosemary, and thyme. She feels a sense of peace settle over her as she moves amidst the fragrant herbs. Elmara pauses by the lavender bushes, running her fingers gently over the soft, velvety leaves. The scent is intoxicating, a calming aroma that washes over her in waves. She closes her eyes for a moment, savoring the sensory experience, the warmth of the sun, the cool air, the fragrant lavender. She moves slowly through the garden, her senses fully engaged. She notices the delicate petals of the chamomile flowers, the vibrant green of the mint leaves, the deep purple of the sage blossoms. Each plant offers its own unique fragrance, creating a symphony of scents that fills the air. Elmara feels a sense of connection to the earth as she tends to her herbs, gently pruning a few stray leaves, watering the thirsty soil. She finds joy in these simple acts, a sense of purpose in nurturing the life that surrounds her. The repetitive motions are meditative, grounding her in the present moment. As she moves back towards the house, a gentle breeze rustles through the pine trees that border the garden. The soft whispering sound creates a calming backdrop to the morning stillness. Elmara pauses, turning her face towards the sun, feeling its warmth on her skin. With a deep sense of contentment, Elmara enters the house, carrying the lingering fragrance of the garden with her. She feels a sense of peace and renewal, ready to embrace the day ahead with a calm and open heart. Chapter 2: The Rhythm of the Loom. Elmara feels a gentle pull towards the corner of her living room where a wooden loom stands bathed in the soft afternoon light. The loom, a gift from her grandmother, is a familiar presence in her life, a symbol of creativity and quiet contemplation. Its smooth, worn wood feels comforting beneath her fingertips. She experiences the familiar ritual of preparing the loom, her movements slow and deliberate. She threads the yarn through the heddles, the rhythmic clicking of the wooden shafts a soothing sound that fills the quiet room. The colorful yarns, a vibrant array of blues, greens, and purples, remind her of the flowers in her garden. Elmara sits down at the loom, feeling the smooth wooden seat beneath her. She adjusts the foot pedals, finding the perfect position for her body. The gentle rocking motion of the loom as she begins to weave creates a calming rhythm, a gentle sway that lulls her into a state of peaceful focus. The shuttle glides back and forth across the warp threads, a smooth, repetitive motion that becomes almost meditative. Elmara experiences the satisfaction of watching the cloth grow inch by inch, a tangible result of her quiet labor. The intertwining threads create a pattern, a subtle interplay of colors and textures. She loses herself in the rhythm of the loom, the gentle clack of the heddles, the soft whisper of the yarn as it slides through her fingers. The world outside fades away, replaced by the peaceful sanctuary of her craft. She feels a sense of connection to the generations of women who have woven before her, a lineage of creativity and quiet strength. Elmara pauses to admire the growing tapestry, running her fingers over the soft, textured surface. She notices the subtle variations in color, the way the light catches the different yarns. She feels a sense of pride in her creation, a tangible expression of her inner peace. The sunlight shifts in the room, casting long shadows across the floor. Elmara continues to weave, the rhythm of the loom a constant companion. She feels the tension melt away from her shoulders, replaced by a sense of ease and contentment. The gentle rocking motion becomes a lullaby, soothing her into a state of deep relaxation. She feels a gentle breeze waft through the open window, carrying the scent of pine needles and damp earth. The familiar fragrance reminds her of her morning in the garden, a connection to the natural world that brings a sense of grounding and peace. She inhales deeply, letting the aroma fill her lungs. Elmara continues to weave as the afternoon light fades, the colors of the yarn becoming richer and more vibrant in the dimming light. She feels a sense of gratitude for this quiet moment, a space of tranquility amidst the busyness of life. The simple act of weaving becomes a form of meditation, a way to connect with her inner self. As dusk settles, Elmara finishes her weaving, tying off the final threads with a sense of completion. She feels a deep sense of satisfaction, a quiet joy in the simple act of creation. The finished tapestry, a testament to her patience and skill, hangs from the loom, a splash of color in the gathering darkness. Elmara rises from the loom, stretching her limbs, feeling the gentle release of tension in her muscles. She runs her hands over the smooth, warm wood of the loom, a silent thank you for its steadfast presence in her life. The quiet rhythm of the loom continues to resonate within her, a gentle echo of peace and tranquility. She moves towards the window, gazing out at the twilight sky, a canvas of soft pinks and purples. The first stars begin to appear, twinkling like tiny diamonds against the darkening sky. Elmara feels a sense of gratitude for the simple gifts of the day, the warmth of the sun, the rhythm of the loom, the quiet beauty of the evening sky. Chapter 3. The gentle murmur of pages. Elmara feels drawn to the cozy corner of her living room, where a worn armchair sits nestled beside a bookshelf overflowing with well-loved volumes. The soft glow of a nearby lamp casts a warm, inviting light on the scene, creating a haven of tranquility. She moves towards the chair, her footsteps muffled by the thick rug beneath her feet. A sigh. She settles into the armchair, feeling the soft cushions mold around her body like a gentle embrace. The familiar scent of old paper and leather fills the air, a comforting aroma that evokes memories of countless hours spent lost in the pages of her favorite books. She reaches out and runs her fingers along the spines of the books, each one a familiar friend. Elmara selects a volume of poetry, its cover worn and softened with age. She opens the book, the pages rustling gently like dried leaves in the wind. The familiar typeface on the page feels comforting to her eyes, an invitation to enter a world of words and imagination. She experiences the quiet anticipation of revisiting a beloved text. She begins to read, her voice soft and measured, the words flowing like a gentle stream. The poems speak of nature, of simple joys, of the beauty of the everyday world. Elmara feels a sense of connection to the poet's words, a shared appreciation for the quiet moments that make up a life. The gentle rhythm of the verses creates a soothing cadence. She pauses between poems, allowing the words to resonate within her. She closes her eyes for a moment, savoring the imagery evoked by the verses, the gentle sway of a field of wildflowers, the soft murmur of a flowing stream, the warm glow of a sunset sky. She feels a sense of peace settle over her, a quiet contentment in the simple act of reading. Elmara turns the pages slowly, savoring each new poem, each new exploration of thought and emotion. The words paint vivid pictures in her mind, transporting her to different worlds, different times. She feels a sense of gratitude for the power of language, the ability to connect with others across time and space. The soft light of the lamp creates a warm halo around her, illuminating the pages of the book. The room is quiet save for the gentle turning of pages and the soft whisper of her voice as she reads. Elmara feels a sense of being cocooned in comfort and tranquility, sheltered from the world outside. As the evening deepens, Elmara continues to read, losing herself in the rhythm of the words, the gentle flow of language. She feels a sense of being transported, carried away on a current of words and images. The poems become a lullaby, soothing her into a state of deep relaxation. She pauses again, closing the book, and rests it gently on her lap. She feels a sense of gratitude for the quiet solace of reading, the opportunity to escape into other worlds, to explore different perspectives, to connect with the beauty and complexity of human experience. The quiet hum of contentment resonates within her. Elmara glances towards the window, where the night sky is a deep indigo, sprinkled with twinkling stars. She feels a sense of connection to the vastness of the universe, a reminder of her place within the grand scheme of things. The gentle stillness of the night brings a sense of peace. With a sigh of contentment, Elmara rises from the armchair, the book still clutched in her hand. She moves towards the bookshelf, returning the volume to its rightful place among its companions. She runs her fingers along the spines of the other books, a silent acknowledgement of the worlds that await her within their pages. The promise of future readings fills her with a quiet joy. Chapter 4. The Warm Embrace of Baking. Elmara feels a gentle warmth spreading through the kitchen as the late afternoon sun streams through the window, illuminating the wooden countertops and the shelves lined with colorful jars and spices. The air is filled with the comforting aroma of cinnamon and cloves, a familiar scent that evokes a sense of home and hearth. She moves towards the counter, her footsteps soft against the worn wooden floor. She runs her hand over the smooth surface of the countertop, feeling the cool, polished wood beneath her fingertips. The familiar touch grounds her in the present moment, a reminder of the simple joys of being in her own space, surrounded by the tools and ingredients of her craft. She experiences a quiet anticipation of the creative process that is about to unfold. Elmara opens the cupboard, her gaze settling on a jar of homemade apricot jam, its golden hue glowing in the warm light. She remembers the summer afternoon she spent picking the apricots, the warm sun on her skin, the sweet fragrance of the ripe fruit filling the air. The memory brings a smile to her lips. She takes out a mixing bowl, its ceramic surface cool to the touch, and places it on the counter. She gathers the ingredients for her apricot and almond cake, each one carefully selected and measured. The rhythmic clinking of measuring spoons and the soft thud of flour against the bowl create a soothing symphony in the quiet kitchen. Elmara begins to mix the ingredients, her movements slow and deliberate, each action a part of a familiar ritual. She feels the smooth, cool dough forming beneath her fingers, a tactile reminder of the transformation taking place. The scent of almonds mingles with the sweetness of the apricots, creating a tantalizing aroma that fills the kitchen. She greases a baking tin, its metal surface cool against her skin, and carefully pours the batter into the prepared pan. The smooth golden batter settles into the tin, a promise of the delicious cake to come. She places the tin in the preheated oven, the gentle hum of the appliance a comforting background noise. Elmara cleans the countertop, wiping away the remnants of flour and sugar, enjoying the simple, repetitive motions. She feels a sense of satisfaction in creating order and cleanliness, a small act of self-care that brings a sense of peace and calm. The kitchen feels pristine and ready for the next creation. She pours herself a cup of chamomile tea, the warm liquid soothing against her throat. She sits down at the kitchen table, the wooden chair solid and comforting beneath her. She watches the sunlight play on the leaves of the potted herbs on the windowsill, the gentle movement a calming visual. The aroma of baking cake begins to fill the kitchen, a warm, inviting scent that makes her stomach rumble in anticipation. Elmara closes her eyes for a moment, savoring the sensory experience, the warmth of the sun, the fragrance of baking cake, the quiet hum of the oven. She feels a sense of contentment wash over her. She opens the oven door, the warm air rushing out to greet her, carrying the delicious scent of the cake. She inserts a toothpick into the center, and it comes out clean, a sign that the cake is perfectly baked. She carefully removes the tin from the oven, the metal warm against her oven mitts. Elmara places the cake on a wire rack to cool, the golden crust glistening in the warm light. She admires her handiwork, the simple beauty of the cake, the promise of the sweet treat to come. She feels a sense of accomplishment, a quiet joy in creating something delicious and comforting. As the cake cools, Elmara cleans the kitchen, putting away the ingredients and utensils, restoring order to the space. She feels a sense of completion, a quiet satisfaction in having finished her task. The lingering aroma of apricot and almond fills the air, a warm reminder of the simple pleasures of baking. Chapter 5. Embracing the Stillness of Twilight. Elmara feels the gentle transition from day to night, the soft fading light of dusk painting the sky in hues of lavender and rose. She stands by the window, gazing out at the garden, where the flowers have closed their petals for the evening, and the trees stand silhouetted against the darkening sky. A gentle breeze rustles through the leaves, carrying the scent of pine and damp earth. She moves towards the fireplace, where a stack of seasoned wood awaits. She arranges the logs in the hearth, the familiar scent of cedar and pine filling the air. She strikes a match, the small flame flickering to life, casting a warm glow on the surrounding stones. She watches as the flames catch, slowly engulfing the wood, creating a mesmerizing dance of light and shadow. The crackling fire creates a soothing soundscape, a gentle backdrop to the quiet of the evening. Elmara settles into the armchair beside the hearth, feeling the soft cushions embrace her weary body. The warmth of the fire radiates outwards, enveloping her in a comforting embrace. She closes her eyes for a moment, savoring the sensory experience, the warmth, the flickering light, the gentle crackling sounds. She reaches for a soft woolen blanket draped over the back of the chair, its texture familiar and comforting beneath her fingertips. She wraps the blanket around herself, feeling the soft fibers against her skin, a gentle caress. The weight of the blanket adds to the sense of security and peace, a feeling of being cocooned in warmth and comfort. Elmara opens her eyes and gazes into the dancing flames, the mesmerizing patterns shifting and changing with each flicker. She feels her mind quiet down, her thoughts slowing to a gentle drift. The fire becomes a focal point, drawing her attention inwards, creating a sense of inner stillness. She reflects on the day that has passed, the simple moments of joy and contentment, the quiet activities that have filled her hours. She feels a sense of gratitude for the peace she has found in her home, in her garden, in the simple routines of her daily life. The memories of the day's quiet pleasures bring a gentle smile to her lips. The fire begins to die down, the flames softening, the crackling sounds becoming less frequent. Elmara feels a sense of drowsiness creeping over her, a natural response to the dimming light and the gentle warmth of the fire. She allows herself to surrender to the feeling, her body relaxing deeper into the chair. She takes a deep breath, inhaling the scent of wood smoke and the faint, lingering fragrance of the apricot and almond cake she baked earlier. The comforting aromas fill her lungs, a reminder of the simple pleasures of the day. She exhales slowly, releasing any remaining tension. Elmara feels her eyelids growing heavy, her mind drifting towards the realm of sleep. The flickering firelight creates a hypnotic effect, lulling her further into a state of relaxation. The gentle crackling sounds become a lullaby, soothing her towards slumber. She allows herself to drift, her thoughts becoming fragmented, dreamlike. Images float through her mind, soft and hazy, like clouds drifting across a summer sky. She feels a sense of peace and serenity, a deep sense of contentment. The warmth of the fire cradles her like a gentle embrace. Elmara's breathing becomes slow and even, her body completely relaxed. She is on the verge of sleep, the boundary between wakefulness and slumber blurring. The firelight continues to dance on the walls, casting soft shadows that sway and shift like gentle waves. She drifts off to sleep, her mind at peace, her body enveloped in warmth and comfort. The gentle crackling of the fire continues throughout the night, a silent guardian of her slumber, ensuring a deep and restful sleep filled with peaceful dreams. The stillness of the night enfolds her, a promise of renewal and rejuvenation for the day to come.